red flags. If you find yourself in a situation where your partner has stepped outside of your relationship and they're not very genuine or sincere about how they try to maintain the relationship moving forward, a big indicator whether or not that person has narcissistic traits is they do not give you space or time to recover. They do not respect your time alone to think about things. That toxic person is going to hound you, hoover you, smother you, and demand answers. They feel very entitled to these answers right away because they want to know whether or not they can move on with their life. How selfish is that? They don't even take into account the fact that they have already moved on from the relationship, because if they were really in it forever, long term, they wouldn't have cheated to begin with. They wouldn't be sneaking around behind your back. You deserve better. When my ex-husband showed zero empathy and hounded me, wanted to know, did I want to stay in the marriage or was I looking to get a divorce? He thought he needed to have an answer within 1 to 3 days after I found out. I kept saying, I need time to think. I need space. Allow me to breathe. I just found out a lot of stuff about you. But he was demanding answers, texting me like, so what are you going to do? No empathy. And when I told him, I was like, it's like you don't even have any empathy for what you've done. This person is not big on religion, but he started to pick up the Bible to act like he was going to be a changed man. He started going to church, but he only went twice. And when he came back home to tell me like, oh, I went to church. Oh, yeah? What was it about? I asked. He couldn't tell me what the sermon was about. So did he really go? Never in the 11 years that I was with him could I get him to join me and our son to church or to a Bible study. He never wanted to do that. That was not his thing. He said the biggest phonies were in church. However, I was living with the biggest phony. Churchgoer or not, there's just things that you do not do. It's downright wrong and disrespectful and humiliating to another person. So he tells me he downloaded the Bible app and the Bible says to forgive, so you need to forgive. That's what he told me. I said forgiveness takes time. It takes however long it's going to take me to forgive you. You can't come at me and demand that I forgive you for something I just found out about a few days ago. But his entitled ass was stubborn and stumping around the house and demanding that I tell him what my decisions were going to be. Was I going to want a divorce or what? Or was I going to work on our marriage with him? When a person behaves in that way with you, they're not sincere and they just want to see if you're going to keep taking their shit. Don't stand for the disrespect. Don't settle for that. To each its own. If you've had a partner that has stepped out on you, but they were willing to really do the work, you guys, that's between you guys' business. This message is about those type of people who do not take accountability, do not have a single ounce of remorse for the shit that they've done to hurt you, betray you, step out on your family, but expect you to work it out.